we'll get a look at Carolina on offense right from the get-go, and this one is underway. Nate McCollum going to bring it out a couple of yards from the end zone, and he's up to the 21-yard line.
Especially on third down. Find completions, get that number up. That'll be a good sign for this offense.
Quick throw on first down, and they find Nate McCollum.
It was J.J. Jones when we saw him 2 weeks ago, and they'll switch off which receiver wears it every game.
This is Omarion Hampton. Yeah, they got Aiden Banfield. They're very talented, true freshman left guard back. He did not play against Georgia Tech. Ethan Davies trying to turn the corner across midfield. Excellent return down to the 42-yard line.
The screen, and he can create when things break down.
Now the Carolina secondary is thin.
The defensive line for the Tar Heels has to show up today. Get pressure with 4 and help out your secondary.
Good enough for a first down.
Late in this week, Brian Stevens, Virginia's starting center, not playing today.
Now Stevens, a good, solid player, transfer from Dayton. And this is Chris Tyree, the former Notre Dame running back.
They've struggled and kicked a lot of field goals this year.
Third down. Protection starts to break down, and we know this guy can run it. And he will pick up a first down. Needed to get to the 16. He got to the 15.
But you also can't leave gaps like you saw right there.
Beautifully played defensively that time by Elijah Huzzy. Red zone a moment ago, but in the 30 trips in the red zone, they only have 12 touchdowns. That's 130th in the FBS.
Look back, the difference in those 4 points per drive is a big deal.
Xavier Brown out of the backfield, and he's inside the 5. It'll be first and goal for the Cavaliers.
In the ball of his hands quickly. It's a little wheel route to his running back. Get the ball to him right now. Trying to do something with it after the fact. Ooh, that's close. Watch that left foot. That's really close at first glance. I don't know if he...
Brown is in the backfield. And it's a high snap. And covering it up, Colandrea. I'm a little surprised they did not go with what they call their Grady Bunch package there.
And the fumbled snap here.
Field goal right down the middle. It's not the campus, the grounds of the University of Virginia. This is Hampton. And that's a gain of 11 on first down.
Good first down run, first play of the drive.
Give it to him again. And that's a solid 6-7 yard pickup on first down by Hampton. Called a third down and 4. Good protection. And a crossing pattern to McCollum, and he crosses midfield. Criswell's just going to eat it, and a flag comes in late. So tough for this entire program. We were there 2 weeks ago. And now Criswell going to run it, and that's good work right there. He needed to get to the 37-yard line. I think he stepped out of bounds a yard short.
And breaking the pocket. His eyes go right, too. It's not easy as a quarterback. Working your eyes back to the left, then he breaks down. Using his legs. Criswell, it feels like with every game, settling in more and more.
Third down and a yard. Going to be very close depending on the spot. And they're saying it's good enough for a first down for Hampton.
4th and short, he doesn't. It's a sign of an NFL back.
Quick hit and a big hit for the Tar Heels. Still on his feet and headed for the end zone is J.J. Jones.
We're going to dial up a screen. J.J. Jones in open space makes one guy miss. A second guy miss. 93,000 square feet, and as a player, just having everything in one spot. Brand new weight room. That was impressive seeing that yesterday.
Well, I mean, that place is really, really nice.
And we're
in trouble, Colandrea, and down he goes into the arms of Amari Campbell.
The true sophomore named a captain this week. Coming back home to the state of Virginia, goes right through the middle of this offensive line.
This drive started on the 35-yard line. They're all the way back to the 15. Little screen to try and get some of it back up to the 23 to Kobe Pace. They had a delay of game penalty on this drive, then a sack, and another sack. As down goes Colandrea for the second time. High school 4-star recruit out of Raleigh.
That's just a bull rush. Jeff Collins, their defensive coordinator, said this week bull rushes are good rushes. Popular place to call it.
And then right back to the ground and pound. You hand it off to Hampton. You know, we were talking about Hampton going for better than 1,500 yards last year.
I've been handed off to him again.
You called it. They hand it off to him again. And he appears to be just short. And they pitch it to Hampton. Oh my gosh. Like a battering ram. So they cash in on 4th down in the yard to keep this drive alive. Already leading 7-3. A minute 15 to go, and the double reverse. And again, the delay, they give it to Hampton. He's got some running room. Oh my gosh, he delivers another hit. Boy, to say the least, it was 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Colandrea going to keep it himself, able to make the turn upfield, and that's enough for a 1st down.
I'm live on air, but you get 4 a game, one a quarter.
All right, that's fair enough.
I guess the Ohio U and an Indiana reference too.
Well, that's right. That's exactly right. They're going to throw it, they're going to run it. They're going to run it this time, and they're not going to get it. That's a 1-yard loss.
I love that.
I mean, his story, and many of you have heard it before who are Virginia fans, but unbelievable story. Crossing pattern, that's Hampton out of the backfield. Look at this guy go. Mercy, mercy.
Criswell's going to work his eyes back to the left. Get the ball to his playmaker. You're seeing again that contact balance. It's the key buzzword with Omarion.
A lot of football on Sundays in the not too distant future, maybe as early as next year. Criswell with a lot of running room. He slides down at the 48-yard line, and that's a 1st down for North Carolina. To hear them talk about actually gaining confidence that physically they could play that game. Long completion. And keeping his hands underneath the football is McCollum. Dump it off to the other tight end, Copenhaver. Graduate student. Good snap, good hold, and good kick. Well, that was a tough one for the Orangemen the other night. Kyle McCord, what, 3 pick sixes?
Pitt Panthers got after him, baby.
Oh, see, I learned from one of the best.
Marcus Allen on the sideline dressed in that uniform, chirping at him, who was a late scratch at corner.
Xavier Brown. We talked about this young fella. If they can get him on the field. And now healthy again. Ball is loose and covered up by UVA.
Coming here and leading this Tar Heel defense.
So defense during this 4-game losing streak is giving up 41 points per game, including 70 against James Madison.
Was that a bull rush is a good rush, meaning that you don't have to get upfield because when you do, you lose contain. Right there as well.
Right down the middle, and the catch made by Fields.
Later in the football, Colandrea finds Fields right down the middle. With his frame on a safety, just give him a coverage.
So a field goal try right down the middle from 27 yards out by Bettridge. So again,
North Carolina's year.
That was the first ever road win over a top 10 team.
And then now you're on your 3rd-string quarterback and doing great. There's a lot of teams around the country. You get your 3rd-string quarterback, it's bad news. Hasn't been the case for North Carolina offensively.
That's a really nice catch right there. And there's Hampton breaking tackles, but a penalty flag is behind the line of scrimmage. This might come back. The number 3 guy, maybe move up to number 2. Boy, how about that? And able to break a tackle is J.J. Jones, and he's inside the 15-yard line.
J.J. Jones, Criswell's going to paint it on his back shoulder, and you make next man miss. Dre Walker, the corner for Virginia. That easily could have been a pick going the other way. Bo Atkinson as well.
Hampton just breaking tackles, running through tackles. This guy is a monster. And they pitch it to Hampton, and he will roll into the end zone, a touchdown. Can't even tackle him.
Got the ball with about 4 minutes left on the clock. What a way to finish out this first half for this North Carolina offense, leaning on their best player, Omarion Hampton, like the
down in 10. And another throw. And Colandrea has already been sacked 4 times, make it 5. And I would imagine Carolina spends a timeout here.
You're seeing exactly the coaching point Jeff Collins gave his defenses. A bull rush is a good rush. None of those guys are coming around the edge. They're keeping.
Or perhaps with 1:10 left, why not? Criswell, great protection. Now it breaks down. He dumps it off to Hampton. He sidesteps a defender, breaks another tackle, is caught from behind, crossing midfield.
He did not wrap up on Hampton, maybe as a result, and he goes for a big gain.
Hampton still on his feet. Picks up a first down. That'll temporarily stop the clock until they reset the football.
For the middle.
Crossing pattern, that's a tight end, Copenhaver. He is banged down close to a first down. Again, great protection and looking for Jones in the corner. Back shoulder, he caught it. Flag is down, it's a touchdown. Can you believe that?
This is a phenomenal adjustment to the football. He opens up his hits, does basically a 360 to complete this catch. A little bit underthrown, but you don't mind that as a quarterback. Give your receiver a shot to make this play. He's one-on-one with Jam Jackson, the corner.
Fourth quarter. And that'll put an exclamation point on this first half. A half dominated by this North Carolina defense. Although they had it first and goal from the 1. Design quarterback keeper. And that'll be a gain of close to 5 on first down. Colandrea in the opening half, 5 out of 14. Bluffs the throw and is run out of bounds short.
With some of the competitive drills right after they take a break midway through the timeout in practice.
And it's intercepted.
They're going to get Kamon Rucker here, actually the defensive end. As Colandrea rolls to his left, the one-time Rucker does not rush the passer. He's the pass rush specialist. This time they drop him back. He's using his athleticism right there. Look at the big guy go down and get this thing. We'll see the ace ump cam here. That's great hands from the year. Played banged up versus Georgia Tech 2 weeks ago. The bye week's been huge for him.
Fake it. And a nice little floater down the sideline. And able to keep his hands around it and get close to the 10-yard line is McCollum.
You're looking for the guy on the sideline, which is where Criswell threw the ball.
Here's Hampton on first down. He's nearly 100 receiving yards. And Hampton breaks a tackle looking for the corner. He dives into the end zone, his second touchdown of the game. One of those days.
This right here is Omarion Hampton's best trait. He's got 2 guys down by his legs. That's how I remember him, the Klay Thompson, Washington State era with Tony Bennett.
Yep. Boy, what a great coach and an even greater guy. Better protection for a change. Crossing pattern and you're throwing and a guy's nowhere near the sticks on the CW. Hampton on first down, and it'll be a steady dose of him, one would assume, here in the second half. So Carolina, a high school state wrestling champion. He's not very tall. There's a slant, and off to the races is Jones. Another big catch for him. He's up over 100 for the day.
Here's the same play call that J.J. Jones scored on in the first quarter. Little wide receiver screen. He's going to work right underneath as the offensive line's out to block. And again, makes another guy miss in the second level. So it easily could have been a 6-yard catch. Instead, it's a need your offensive line to run. Could be a big factor.
Well, he's really athletic. Wide open across the middle of the field. And the catch is made by Chris Culliver. First time we've called his name today.
This is a really good job by Omarion Hampton picking up the blitz. He's on the left side of the quarterback, comes back all the way around. It allows Criswell to break outside the pocket. And then for Virginia, their nickel, Corey Thomas, just got lost. He's so
5:20 to play in the third quarter. Second down. per game during this 4-game North Carolina losing streak.
9 total tackles for loss.
This week, picking out about 10 to 12 clips of them executing, even going back to their high school days. And Amari Campbell said, man, that helps so much to see them play well.
There's less than 16 seconds left.
Open receiver and the catch made. Good enough for another Virginia first down to the 45-yard line.
Dose of the quick game. Don't let these pass rushers get involved.
That's the 8th sack of the game by the North Carolina defense.
Based on what they've shown today.
3rd down and caught. And the extra effort is good enough for a first down. And on his feet is Jaden Gibson. Colandrea fakes a handoff. And it's intercepted, tipped, and then caught by Ritzy. And the big fella still rumbling, stumbling, bumbling. He's going to go the distance if he can catch his breath. That is a touchdown. Can you believe that? A tip, a pick, and Javari Ritzy.
Play by the big fella. Defensive tackle, gets his men up in the air, comes down with the pick, and then ball security optional right here.
Look at him.
Then his left hand, switches hands to his right. Now he's looking back for a cutback lane, doesn't need it. Using the athleticism, what a play by the big fella. That is 2 interceptions by the defensive line for North Carolina as we see the ace.
4 or 5 eggs.
He's earned that
biscuits
tomorrow.
And gravy. Stack of pancakes. Omarion Hampton, not necessarily in yards. He's closing in on 1,000 for the year. But he does have a couple of touchdown runs and yards and a couple of touchdowns. And that's been the story of the game. 8 sacks. They had 15 total sacks this year.
Dean on the other side, this is just a byproduct of the North Carolina edge rushers showing out today.
Fields with the reception. And this was such a critical game. 4th down and denied. That's going to be, though, I think a face mask. It's going to give Virginia the first down. Dominating Navy. Both Navy came in undefeated. This has been great today, apparently. Offense laying an egg. There's a handoff inside the 30. That's a week removed Nebraska from getting completely obliterated at Indiana. Be the ACC championship game. What looks to be the matchup there. Copenhagen close for a first down. It looks like he might have it a moment ago. But he was the guy who led this Virginia team to the win over unbeaten and number 10 North Carolina at Kenan Stadium last year.
Being banged up, both your starting left tackles, or your first string and second string.
Busted coverage here, and Muskett going to get a touchdown pass to J.R. Wilson. How about that? First touchdown of the game for UVA.
Defense, number 7, both their first of the game. Those fouls offset will kick off.
Just a corner out by J.R. Wilson. Tony Muskett flashes right in front of him, gets the ball out of his hands. At the safety and corner both.
And Muskett's got a little flip pass and caught by Dakota Twitty.
This is a mindset drive right here. Put him away, long multi-play drive.
Well, Goss doing his impersonation of Hampton. Ran right through a would-be tackler.
To keep his head on a swivel. Right at him. Man, that's a physical hit.
Sure is.
The true freshman, Goss.
Harrisonburg, Virginia. That's Goss.
The narrative.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know if they earn them or not. Especially with all this not playing back-to-back games. Goss on his feet. And he's inside the 10, down to the 7. It'll be 1st and goal, North Carolina.
Conversation, you got big 78, Travion Green, the right tackle for North Carolina. All 340 pounds of him getting out, leading the way for Goss.
Goss maybe lost a yard. He averages 6 yards per carry on the year. These last two, nothing there. That's third down. Perfect. Dead. Not too hot in the sunshine. Look at Goss dragging Minter along with him. Wise, and then the season finale against NC State. Field goal is good from 25 yards out.
Ready to play this game and dominate this game after an incredibly emotional past couple weeks.
Oh yeah. Fourth down, and that'll move the chains on a quick crossing pattern.
That's where the snowball effect of negative momentum keeps rolling.
Yep.
It's hard to correct that. Out of football, it's much more important in the game. That's a great job by everyone involved with the Tar Heels.
Muskett with a first down to the 45-yard line. Clock right at 3 minutes to go. You know, Tylee Kraft number, the decals on the back of their helmets. Of course, no one will ever forget what. Pretty nifty footwork right there, and then a big shot delivered. That's Gibson. First down for the Cavaliers after North Carolina 33, and that is another double-digit sack day for this UNC defense. 2000 season, when they had 10 in a game against Wake Forest. So 24 years.
Tested catch from J.J. Jones that really allowed them to separate in this ball game.
Penalty flag down. See a big hug. Those two gentlemen, as head coaches, have experienced incredible grief. Kraft was buried at the beginning of this week.